We're on Twitch. Everything is great. We're not talking about. We're just going to talk about Digimon. All right. we're gonna just talk
not
about
the Digimon anime, the Digimon card game.
We're gonna talk about the Digimon card game. We got some decks here. I got my fellow Drakes here. Got Arcane Kaze.
Yep.
I got Fossil Lord.
Yo.
I got Red Joe. Well, Blue Joe. Well, Red Joe again. Green Joe, because you're playing birds, right?
Yellow Joe? Yellow Joe? Pulse?
What's green and yellow put together? Orange?
Tell us, Joe.
It is orange. Green and yellow?
I think it's orange, right?
Just don't ask Clay how to make purple.
Just don't ask Clay. He's gonna buy all the alts for the deck and then go back to Flesh and Blood, bro. Come on.
All right, keep going.
All right, so we got an EX-07 tier list going right now. I just wanted to do a preamble because a lot of people were confused about how the list goes. So we have highly competitive, right? This is like the scope of how we do things. We do it based on like how likely it is for that deck to get into top 16 for a major event and also like a semi-major, like a box tournament online or a case tournament by PPG or like a store regional, So highly competitive will consistently top majors and semi-major tournaments. You're thinking of your BT9 Melgas and stuff like that. Competitive will occasionally top majors and semi-majors. So you'll see it, but not as often. What's up, Mr. Fossil Lord? Can they hear me? Everything good?
Yeah, they can hear you. I'm just pinging the Discord.
Oh yeah, you're good. Tier 2 is playable. It can top majors and semi-major tournaments, but very rarely. Keep it at locals. Can top casual environments, just like you're hanging out with your friends. You're at your casual local card shop, and it may occasionally top major and semi-major tournaments, but very, very seldomly you'll see those decks succeed. So, and BT18 waiting room is BT18 waiting room. If you don't like hybrid,
can you make a switch to that? Can you make it BT18/19 since they're coming out in the same set?
You just make that EX8 waiting room, and then I will.
No, I can't do EX8 yet. We don't got anything for EX8.
I'll do BT.
I do. You're a liar. I got like 4 cards.
You got 4 cards. That's it.
I like how they announced like 10 cards that were all heat and just left.
Bro, we got the dinosaur and the bear in a swimsuit. And I'm like,
I'm ready.
Where's the rest of this set?
Where's the rest of it?
Swimsuit or like an astronaut ice whore?
Right,
like,
you know what? That's a good point. I need to check that again.
So first deck we got here.
One of them is a ski suit, and the other is
something.
No idea what that is.
It's a thingamabob, bro.
Looks like a celestial dragon polar bear.
I'm telling you, man.
Wait, you see that One Piece leak chapter for this week?
Man, we gotta get to this tier list, dog.
Yo.
Like, did you forget? All right, we got SetCon first. SetCon, it's just not.
Just put it in competitive.
It's never going away.
It's never going away.
It's only getting better.
Just
to be honest.
Put it at the bottom of competitive for now as the gatekeeper.
Okay, then. All right, and then we got Armor Vaccine. This deck really took
like
a hit.
I don't know. I don't know if this iteration lives anymore.
I would just put it in 1.5. I would just put it in 1.5. You can still get raped by Magma.
I'm sorry? All right, okay, we're moving on. All right, what about Alt Force here?
Come on, bro. Put Alt Force. We need Alex for this
just
one.
Behind
we
that.
need
I think it's probably better than SetCon, but it's probably in 1.5.
I think it.
I would put it above Armor Vaccine.
Well, it didn't get shot by the Banhammer, so it's still 100% consistent as before. Plus,
Force's problem is still O-Force. Let me not find my Rena.
Yeah, but I mean, it's better than having 2 cards in your deck restricted to 1. 3. No, yeah, just 2.
I would like to
put
see.
It above SetCon.
I would like to see the Alt Force versus Magna like matchup, because as soon as Alt Force swings, they unsuspend, and then when Magna gets a security check, they will unsuspend and try to
There's
block.
one card that'll fix this issue real quick.
What is that?
Blue plugin.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you can put. I'd run plugins in All Force.
Fair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think
Just put red and blue plugin, and that's it.
Okay.
Security's gonna be gone.
On top of that, I think people still put like the starter deck Magnamon in All Force now too, right? Like because they use the BT16 Davis can play a Vmon for free and it's 3 source strip. Yep.
Actually, let me make an All Force deck real quick. Hold on.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
we got Royal Knights. Royal Knights.
Honestly, Royal Knights is only more consistent. I'm not gonna lie.
Royal Knights, I don't think is ever gonna go away.
Nah, we got a guy at our locals that plays Royal Knights now. I think it's creeping up to competitive, but like on the lower end of playable. That Shoto
I would
Tamer.
Put it at around the top of playable. Probably.
That Shoto Tamer really helped that deck out.
Shoto is going to skyrocket. Oh, also, a quick PSA. Last I checked, Shoto is $2 in pre-sale.
Yeah.
Honestly, do it. I don't know what he's gonna sit at once the set comes out.
It might hit Uko levels of like, especially
$8 for a rare, a playset of a rare. That's pretty good.
Listen, I'm real to you. I bought my playset last night. I checked it at 3
I bet
a.m.
you
and I was
did.
like,
I
hold
saw
on.
Dorian just spent money. That's literally all I fucking took out of that.
I mean,
Listen,
we also
$2 for a Shoto? That's not bad.
We also got to consider that like the delay.
Heavily short printed.
Yeah, the delay too. The delay happened. So
honestly, listen, I got my Shotos. I can procure everything else I need.
You got your Shotos, but do you got your blue flares?
What do I need blue? What blue flares in that set?
I was trying to
here's an interesting. Yeah, I was about to say here's an interesting thing about blue flare, and this thing we're actually gonna have to keep in mind for a lot of engines that could run it. There's no blue flare cards strictly in this set, but there is that HexaBoutamon, and that thing is just a blue top end. Being able to just cross for 3, Cyber Launcher, and then Pukumon, that's just, you could just end turn pack bottom deck a Tamer, and it's just 5 sources you gotta, beat in order to actually swing. So blue flare's an enabler for that. So I'll say we should probably just keep that in mind for the tier list. In terms of where it actually ends up, I mean, blue flare didn't get hit or anything, however, and this is ironic, but there is a new floodgate for blue, that Otomamon. It's basically kind of like Solarmon or Chikri, where players can't reduce play costs. So got that to deal with. I would put it it's probably tied with Old Force for now. Its competitive viability hasn't really dropped too much, if I'm being honest. It's still just a fast deck, but I think it is going to be lower in 1.5 for sure.
Thank you, Tubbs, for the resubscribe. We appreciate it. And,
Tubbs, let's go.
And I definitely think, blue flare was an engine people used before the Galaxy stuff came out. So,
man, I hate what they're doing to Gal.
Blue flare is a template, but that's another thing I actually want us to keep in mind throughout the tier list. I do have a question kind of about the Galaxy engine and Lilithmon at the end, but HexaBlau and Lilithmon, keep those things in mind for blue decks as we
Hex is disgusting. Hex is literally just a random 6.
Especially in Galaxy. Locks out
most
decks.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that though. Next up is more blue.
All right, we're just
at competitive.
All right,
there is highly competitive. There's no question.
All right, okay.
Literally top dog.
Okay, we're going to keep this brief because Mr. Arcane Kaze noticed a theme every time we see this deck up on a tier list. We go on like a 30 to 40 minute rant about how much we hate
about
it.
Mirage?
Yeah, about Mirage, bro. About Mirage,
listen,
dude.
I can rant about Mirage. That thing sucks.
And we're not going to... We all can. And that's the problem. that in itself is the problem.
How does it keep evading restrictions?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I wish I could tell you.
Except for the worst part, it didn't evade restrictions. It got hit. They keep hitting the wrong card.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We are getting sidetracked.
All right, we're getting sidetracked again. Okay, Numemon. I honestly think Numemon is playable. That's it.
I don't remember what was hit off of this.
So Nume X, ironically.
Oh, Nume X.
And then the promo Uko was hit. Oh. And the Louis, yeah.
Oh,
honestly,
and Louis and Uko.
Slap it into playable, because I need to see it perform before I can say it.
Well, the thing is,
sit anywhere else.
The thing is about Numemon, which is interesting, is like every Numemon player immediately dropped the deck and either switched to AncientGarurumon or Imperial. So we don't even know if it's bad because nobody's testing it. They just say, "Oh, it got hit. It sucks," and moved on to something else. You know.
It's me personally. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it could just be like playable. I honestly think the speed of the deck died tremendously, and also the recursion when they hit those 3 cards. Like I honestly think Nume X was the problem. A lot of people say Monze X was the problem, and it was a problem. But the fact that turn 2 they can ruin mode you and you couldn't do anything about it is kind of fucking cracked.
Like, yeah, go die, play a platinum.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Monze X facilitated the problem.
Monze X,
it wasn't the problem, but it made the problem worse.
It was like
you kill one Numa X, great. Monze X, oh, buddy's back on the field now. Well,
the Monze X is because of all the aces that they can go into. Mm-hmm. So you get hit by a Monze, and then you just literally be looking at him going, "Bro, there's literally like 8 different aces that I could be fucked by right now."
And it sucks because the RB1 Monze. The neck, I never knew how strong -3k DP was until I fucking ran into that card, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
All right, the difference every time.
Alright, Imperial.
We're there.
Highly fucking
it does not change.
Are we
get
ranking
Davis and Ken or don't get Davis and Ken?
Are we ranking them in highly competitive?
Oh yeah, Imperial's the best one, right? I mean, it's just like
Imperial's just
the best fucking deck.
got everything for some reason.
If a deck makes me feel dirty playing it, it's the best deck.
So
I'm surprised they didn't take out the Davis and Ken.
Me too.
They're gonna hit Davis and Ken. That card is stupid.
What did you say? What did you say?
Remember what I said about that Hex? You know how like there's a template. You're gonna have too many sources to work with. And you wanna know what's crazy? You would think Source Strip is a good counter to it.
Imperialdramon is going to be an engine for blue sticks, right?
And let me talk.
But you'd think Source Strip would be a good counter for it, right? You get rid of the partition, get rid of this, that, the third. But like, thing is, they just wake up and do it again. You have to digivolve to script 4, and then the card before that scripts 2. They could just do that by DNAing once and suspending 2 Davis Kens, and that's it. Granted, you could get rid of 1 Davis Ken, maybe, if they didn't high roll all their sources, but I mean, even then, it's like, okay, you'll swing, and the Dragon Boat could just turn into a Paladin Ace, and they're like, I'm the Source Strip deck now. Say goodbye to all of them, right? So, I think Imperialdramon doesn't go anywhere. It's the same thing as Mirage. Like, they both just still secure the number 1 and number 2 spots, in my opinion. And then Hex just makes it even more devastating. Like, I don't know if you guys have been seeing the Japanese Twitter posts of decks where it's like they have the Pulsemon engine and then they have like Hex or they have Mirage. Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous.
Hex is really good, dude. Hex is a solid boss monster. I don't know which one is better. I think Imperial just edges it out by a hair.
Stunning. Yeah. The stun with Paildra is stupid.
Yeah, why is that? You can't unsuspend a blanket effect. What? Anyway, we're going to move on.
That's like
stun,
my third favorite
Source Strip,
Digimon, but it is stupid.
Unsuspend, piercing, jamming. It gets raid.
Draw.
Vaccine didn't change its placement post restrictions. We had armor vaccine in highly competitive. We dropped it down to competitive. Wait, did we?
We always had it in highly competitive, actually. That is a good point. I think once players figure out the actual replacement for Awakening of the Golden Guy option, I think then it might
I just would like to see rapid players so that I can try and get my Magna freed. Go play your rapid fit.
Speaking of rapid.
Armor rapid whores.
Speaking of rapid.
Top of competitive.
Bunnies is really good.
Bunnies is really good. If Bunnies sees a good opening, you're fucked.
I don't think it's highly competitive. I think it's like the top of competitive right now.
It's a pretty good competitive.
Top of competitive. I would put it top of competitive at the moment.
Yeah, Digivolve kills it.
Okay. That's true.
Well, I think that new ace they're gonna get is good, but I also think they just need the other rapid. You have to be a protected Gargo.
Oh yeah, you have to be protected Gargo, bro.
You're saying bye-bye.
Nakey Gargo is no good for anybody, bro. Does he have protection? No. Okay, bam. Alright.
Gone.
Bounce. Gallantmon, bro.
All right. So Gallantmon is interesting.
In a weird spot.
Because here's the thing, they
get messy up.
They get indirect support through the what's this thing called? Heavy metal.
Playable. Top of playable.
Yeah, I would put it like it's currently the top of playable based off of what we have right now. The Gallant Ace is really cool, but the Heavy Metalmon, that whole line is like Dark Dragons, right? And I think the Black Growlmons and stuff, being purple and red, are also Dark Dragons, so you could actually use some of their stuff. Oh, they're not.
No, I think. Oh, I'll double check that now.
Magidramon is a Dark Dragon.
Oh my God, they are.
Yeah,
Magidramon is a Dark Dragon.
Black Growlmon. Yeah, you can play it all together, and I think the Impmon lets you reduce reduce cost of 1. The Pukumon lets you. Well, that plays a Yu-Gi-Oh. There was one card that I think.
I just feel like Gallant's problem is always setup.
It is.
Just never just straight through you. Like, if they see everything once, but one option, and they're like, fuck. Unless they're sitting on the new Gallant.
I mean,
so
Spider-Man.
This just means that a heavy metal deck is just half Gallantmon right now.
Yeah.
See, and it can be. And I don't think I've seen too many people, like, fully cook with it yet, especially since there's, like, I think we're getting new heavy metal stuff on the horizon even later, too. I think
we're getting it beat EX-8. Because, like, I was trying to build it today.
That's fair.
It's not fun.
I think Spider-Man, who isn't here, sadly, said it best. Gallant's best effects are when Digivolving effects. But then they have to sit in raising. Like, all their 4s and 5s have amazing when Digivolving effects. But then as soon as they bring them out, they die. So it's kind of like you have to build 2 stacks in 2 different places. Also, as we said multiple times, the support for Gallant is just spread entirely too thin. Now we have a whole different line in EX-07 that has nothing to do with Gallant, but you can put Gallant pieces in it. So it just makes that even harder to build.
Gallant is at the point where Greymon is. It's just
literally
all toolbox.
It's all toolbox.
They have all these pieces, but you have to figure out exactly what to cook with it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And I think we're starting to get more stuff in BT 19 leagues, like the new Gilmon and stuff, and we're actually getting, I guess, a better direction, maybe.
Yeah,
we actually might even be able to put it in the waiting room for that, because, like, I'm just rechecking BT 19, and there's the new Gallantmon that gets piercing. There's the new Gilmon that gains you a memory if you control the auto or thing. And then there's the War Growl Ace, so we might be able to put that in 19 waiting room.
I'm cool with waiting room.
I'm cool with waiting room.
We all love Gallant, though.
Yeah, Gallant is cool.
Don't let any of you think that is us shitting on Gallant.
No, we love Gallant.
Was like my second deck.
I will say, if we wouldn't put it in waiting room, I would put it like the current, like, in playable right now, because I think if you do cook with it and choose a direction, you can do work with it.
Oh,
it'll do exactly what it needs to do, but it runs into the problems that PJ was saying. Me and Spider-Man, after a bit of testing, it's like, God, you just get timinged by when you need to save something in the back and when you want to have a when Digivolving effect. Like, all of the force are when
like you get you get timing by the way you have to play.
Yeah, literally, bro. Literally. I got Pulsemon right here.
Alright, go cheer.
You can put it what? Now, this is Pulse, or this is Luga Pulse?
Pulse.
I see an alt
you
there.
Can put it... I don't know, with everything that's sitting right there. I mean, you could put it below Secton and maybe above Royal Knights. Like, it'd be at, like, the end of competitive or top of playable. I mean, it's because you can run great option packages, and the new freaking Boutmon is Zaki watched it the other day.
Dude,
Balmont ate him alive.
I swear to God,
I
listen.
Got hit by what did you try to hit out of security? What did I hit?
Here's the thing. So you swung with Balmont, right? With the Tamer underneath. You checked Giant Missile. Now in the normal game of Digimon, that's crazy sack. He didn't even get to his 6 yet, right? Balmont said, "Dang, that's crazy." Crashed his own security and turned into
Put me at 3, go into a Kazuchi for free, and then I was sitting with all of my effects at 3 security, and I literally just wiped his shit.
Like, I swear to God, like, Pulsemon,
I would put it at the bottom of, like, competitive. It is so, like, if you get just turboed by, you won't even see it happening. I'm gonna be honest, you won't even see it happening. It just slowly does it to you, and you're like, what the heck?
I think more specifically, Pulsemon, so long as you see the Balmon, I agree. It's bottom of 1.5. Without seeing the Balmon, it's top of tier 2. Yeah. Like, I think we could just keep it at bottom of 1.5. I feel like once people
it's much better than people actually play it. They're like, oh wow, this has a lot of workaround. The Xer is so good. The Xer is
I love that
so
Xer,
good.
bro. I put that joint in bugs. I cried.
It's not even because of his windage. It's the inherit.
The inherit is stupid, bro. The inherit is when I suspend, you suspend. That's so stupid. It's a stupid
crazy. Like, you could search out Lunky out of stock though. That's crazy.
That's insane.
You could even your 3-cost Leon, right? That is basically a memory setter.
The Leon and the BBmon, the new Leon and the BBmon, just literally high-five each other. They're just like, let's do it.
You mind link and you go to 3.
AKA 3. I don't know when they're gonna learn.
Exactly.
I guess to end off the pulse. I guess to end off the pulse, if you're starting Digimon and you don't really want to pick up, or you picked up all the starter decks and you're not really feeling any decks right now, give Pulse a shot. Go give Pulse a shot. It's affordable. It's fun. You're going to get respect at your locals. It's going to be a great time. Eosmon, who's apparently
put that in playable.
Says at like the bottom of playable. Eos is cute, but like it's just too much setup, honestly.
So Eos can definitely run away with it if you don't respect it.
It's kind of like Venomon in that way, right? Like, the way you lose to it is by not respecting it and not bothering to know exactly what it's doing until it's too late.
It is frozen.
No, I'm good.
For me, I'm like, it could possibly sneak into the bottom of 1.5.
Eosmon exactly that.
It's like,
it can snowball out of control.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
It's
just
that's literally it because it's all white.
It's just missing some kind of sauce. Like, there's like 1 or 2 cards.
No, it doesn't mean nothing.
No, you know what it's missing? You know what it's missing? Fucking white training. It's missing white memory boost and white training. That's what the deck is missing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just something. Right?
It's failing because it's a white deck. They don't have as much consistency, so they have to play fucking Sistermon Blancs to get draws.
Like,
Isn't it the only deck that you can play 50 of a card in it? Like
you can play 50 Venmon. Yeah, Venmon, dude.
That's about it.
Oh, Venmon too, yeah, I forgot.
How we feel about Hina Links or Dragon Links?
Oh, I have not seen anything about it, but it looks really good.
I would put it probably just below Eos.
Probably the deck out of EX-07 that like gets just cool factor points, honestly. Like, have you guys read the Metallodramon and stuff? Like,
but why didn't they give us another Hina for this?
They needed
and that's
Hina.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's keeping it unplayable right now.
A Memset or Hina would change the game.
Not even if they got another Hina, the Davis and Ken, bro. If they got
they got that. Oh my god. They
don't need that. All right, no. Davis and Ken didn't need Davis and Ken, okay?
Let's
establish
you'd
that.
Be like, damn, bro, that's pretty dope.
Like, there's a couple of things
all I
about
wanted to do is play them for free.
Yeah, like, there's a couple of things about Dragon Links that I think are just like they do certain things that we're seeing more of in the game that just, make answers easier. Like, the Metallodramon is when Digivolve, none of your opponents level 4 for Lord Digimon can Digivolve until the end of the turn.
God.
Yeah, it's insane.
Here's the thing,
they just needed another Hina. I'm gonna be honest. That's really all it is.
Why did they give it
We all said it during the leaks, too. We were like, oh, is this a new Hina? Is this a new Hina? We all have pocket free Dragon deck.
Dog,
I love this deck.
Like, read the Volcanodramon when Digivolving. Like, your opponent can't play or move a Digimon with 6k DP or less until the end of their turn. Like, hello?
They're like some of the best floodgates,
bro. They're just afraid to make it good because it'll
give them the
health.
It'll tear through stuff.
And you know what? Like, you know what you could play with that that Volcanodramon, Crimson Modes.
Yep. Exactly. When they finally do move out or Digivolve or whatever, you punish them for it.
How we feel about Ragna?
Oh man, I'm not gonna hold you. So I was looking at the meta and stuff, right? And I'm thinking, dang, Ragna might be 1.5 or whatever. I am actually willing to put it like pretty higher up in 1.5 than we did before, because when I was just practicing with this deck and stuff, it's like if you
like around all fours,
I would say like above no, like tied with bunnies almost. I'm not gonna hold you guys because we have
bunnies
for now. I think there's gonna be more things in 1.5 that go above it. But
I think Ragna is if you run into a good Ragna player, you're screwed.
Exactly. Like with Ragna, you just gotta know
I think it's
the right deck to run, really.
Yeah, I think it's just also a player deck.
Wait, hold on. I just thought about it. You can run Apocalypse with the Dragon Lake stuff.
You sure can.
That's true. But here's the thing, right? With Ragna, it's like you could just pay memory, make the stack bigger and stuff, get over Hex that way if you wanted to. You could force people to swing into you so you could Blast Ace if you want to. And the old Ragna is almost always just free. You just Digivolve, tuck the other piece, gain memory back. And if you have Raid and everything, it's like you're not affected by anything. So if someone tries to Blast Ace you, you go, I mean, that's cute, but you're still catching these hands, and I'm going to pierce through you while it happens. And the DP buffs, the red ones give you +4. The black ones give you +2 until the end of your opponent's turn, and then their Inheritable does the same thing. There's just a lot of layers of protection.
Ragna's really good.
It's just really good. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like we'll see Ragna like in
it's a player deck, if you don't know how to play, I would not suggest picking up Ragna.
Correct.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, if you don't know, if you're brand new to the game, avoid DNAs that aren't Imperial.
Literally,
that's good advice. That's good advice.
I
will say, if you're looking for like a... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You can finish. That's cool.
I was going to say, for your like second or third deck, though, if you're willing to just take the time to learn a deck or remember effects, give Ragna a shot and be open to advice for good text for a certain meta, because that's really going to be the key difference maker.
I want to also just say one more thing. If you're struggling against fighting Ragna, make sure you ask your opponent what protections they have at what time.
Yes,
that'll really...
got like 3 different kinds.
It has like 3 different
timing.
types. It's
like
all
Magnus.
about timing. Yep, it's all about timing. And
also, Shoto Kazama, $3 right now.
That's
running out of time.
That's kooky. And how we feel about the strip club of decks, bro? Club Nasty. Yeah.
We're not gonna spend a lot of time on this. Put it in playable.
I honestly
put it
think
above Dragon Links.
I honestly think this is our very first keep it at locals deck here.
Oh wow, okay.
I don't believe Mastemon. It's a beginner's trap, right? I mean, you get the starter deck. It's like, oh, this looks cool. This looks like a cool Digimon. Ooh, purple link, hella expensive, very expensive.
It's like TJ, give him the club rundown again.
I can't give him the club rundown again, bro.
Give him the club rundown again.
You guys could check our clips and stuff. Don't you?
There you go. Yeah, it's just not. Once they remove, it has no protection like that. Once they remove the 5 off the board, it's so many
aces.
There's just so many ways you can get around Mastemon that it's kind of sad a little bit. When the most threatening card in that deck is Lucemon Chaos Mode, that's a problem.
That's why Lucy will be good. Play Lucemon when that shit comes out, guys.
Honestly,
I was gonna say,
switch to Lucemon.
Do we put it in a waiting room then?
There's no waiting room for Mastemon.
There's no waiting room.
No,
just keep it out. Wait in the line.
It just came out of the waiting room.
Oh,
That's true.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. Oh god. Yeah. Actually, wait. there's new Lilithmon stuff coming out in BT18, so if you want to run that engine, then you could do it. But no, I see what you guys did. It did come out of the waiting room. That's crazy.
We can put really it. Okay, we'll put it. We'll just put it in the perpetual rate. It's in limbo, dog. It's in limbo, bro. It can't.
Club limbo.
Yeah, like exactly. Bro, Digimon playtesters. What's Masty supposed to do at tier 1, bro? We're just Mirage is just gonna bounce it.
Dog. It was crazy.
Bounce it, lose more memory.
Club
the
locals,
Magna
dog.
Stripping stuff too. The D-Digivolve. Magna ate that deck. It shouldn't at all, but it did.
It just we'll give it until BT19. If it doesn't do anything at BT19, then it's going to be forever and keep it at locals, dog. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. What about Alliance bunnies? This is just bunnies in general, not necessarily just the rapid monster.
Competitive? I only know
like
3 people
right around Pulse or top of playable. It depends how you build it. Alliance has that thing where it depends how you cook it. It's really good. Alliance is great. Like that is a very good ability.
Like, but and then you got the
what you see. Watching people reveal 5 and then still bot deck stuff with the Terriermon is crazy.
It's great though on my end.
It's crazy because it's like the dark cherubi stuff too, right? Like
I put it right.
Remember that? Yeah, like that's not because you also have the dark cherubi stuff. You got the light cherubi stuff. It really does depend on how you build it.
It's just a toolbox. If you get a good toolbox, it'll beat the shit out of you.
Yeah,
but you gotta have the right toolbox.
Yeah, the thing is like the bunny stuff can spit out bodies better than Bloom could. So it's like the fastest in that regard, but it just.
It's what are you spitting out?
It's what are you spitting out exactly? Okay, it's like not threatening. Everyone's running Crimson Blaze right now.
All your Bloom stuff is like, hey, suspend me, suspend this. Hey, suspend this, draw this. Hey, suspend this, go into this for free. Hey, well, this is out for free. Blooms goes, hey, my garden's gonna grow. Bunnies, they just spawn a fuck ton of bunnies.
Hey, it's really cool to look at, though.
You can punch a bunny. You can't kick the ground. You're gonna kick the ground and get hurt.
Pulsemon is really cool. I really love Pulsemon. Too bad I can't play it.
You could put that. You could just put it. That honestly would be what, right around SetCon probably.
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking
that. BL just does what Pulsemon needs to do.
And they also
don't need. What do you need to see? Oh, you need to see 20 cards in your trash. That's it.
They also get a little bit of minor support in this set as well. There's a new tamer that works around the BL stuff and all that.
If you have 4, so that's interesting, right? Because the new purple veil stuff this time is like the fewer cards you have in hand, the better things get for you.
Oh, that's right.
Like, yeah. And it's like you could digivolve into what, Dark Dragon or Evil Dragon? I think Veils is just the Demon Lord.
My bad. Yeah, I'm just fucking.
Nah, you're good.
Yeah, my bad. They're gonna bury me in the comments for that. But what else is new? But I think we could.
I think I think just put it around like where Joe said.
I think we could all agree that EX6 Pulsemon is stupid, though.
They didn't need it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they needed that card, but whatever. I mean,
what can't Pulsemon do? I don't know. Digivolve, we guess. All right, let's give him that. Move on. Like, come on, bro. Literally.
That's really all it felt like. Purple has so much removal, just in general, that I don't know that Pulsemon technically needed Digivolve, but honestly. I get it. Every deck kind of has a variation of it now.
Definitely. How we feel about green birds? Go ahead, Joe. Take it out.
Burbs? This also feels like depending how you do it. I mean, I personally think Vortex is stupid. Just in general. New Rush without Rush. I don't know how to explain it. But, yeah. I don't know exactly where I would put it yet. I would probably put it... I think it kind of has, like, the Pulse problem, where I think it's a player deck, too, where, like, you have to play it well. Hence why some people probably don't like Shoto, because he gets in his head.
Yeah, and it's like, I think... Because the starter decks come out around the same time as the EX-07, right? So
they're supposed to be the same time.
They're supposed to be the same time.
So we're getting, like, everything at one time.
Probably...
What are we on?
I mean, green also has pretty decent removal. I like his suspension. I would probably put it around top playable. I got to see more of it first.
I think it'll do...
this is interesting.
I think it'll do...
the green bird at the top of playable?
I think it'll do better in like English meta than it did in Japan meta, honestly. But I don't...
But I think I put it at top of playable right now. Or like right around there.
It's definitely.
You get unaffected. This starter deck card is really good.
Yeah, you're unaffected.
As much as you all like the EX-07 one, the starter deck dude just sits there and goes, "All right, I'm basically a green Magna."
Which one? That's the one that gives the protection, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting that shit in Bloom, bro. I'm like, so I suspend myself and I'm immune to Digimon. That's exactly what I needed. That's exactly what I needed.
Wait, I think it should be at least at the bottom of competitive. There's a lot going for it.
No, it's
I just need to see more of it.
Yeah,
it's got the power of the protagonist.
Just
Pulse. Okay, so does fucking Greymon.
Hang on, let Mr. Arcane Kaze talk. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do agree with Joe. We need to see more of it, but I think at base level, what I'm predicting is like around. I would actually put it above Setcon, just in terms of how efficient it could be. Because I mean, that new shadow is crazy, and I think when we were testing with it and stuff, before we got EX-07 stuff, we were like, dang, I need blocker, I need piercing, and you have to like put all this stuff in for it, and then Shoto just came out. And it's like, oh, well, we have that, and then on top of that, you could redirect, attacks, and then see, I was gonna be okay with top of playable, but then I remembered we get Vortex Resonance, and that's like its own just layer of hell for anything that has Liberator, and then you could also, keep everything card advantage going out of security too, because you could play something for a 4 cost or less. I don't know. I think Vortex Resonance alone, like as a 3 or whatever, puts it like.
I don't know if I could put it above a BL's yet.
I think it's teetering. I think it's teetering between Pulse and like Royal Knights. It's like in that kind of gray area.
It's right there. I told you that's why I don't know if I'll put it right there or just like playable. Like I need to see more of it.
I got you.
And I still think the yellow shit is crazier. Personally,
Overclock is dumb, bro. Overclock is dumb.
I will say though, with that in mind, my take is it still should be near the end of 1.5, like in terms of what I'm predicting.
Spidey's making he wants to drop Pulse down.
Oh, yeah, so Spider-Man, what we said about Pulse was that we did agree it's top of tier 2 if you don't see the Boutmon. If you see the Boutmon, it's
Wait. That was why it got tier 1. Man, drop that down to tier 2. We're not looking for if you find this 104 card.
Get out of here. It's bottom 1.5.
Put it on to tier 2.
Don't listen to him.
Okay.
Put it on tier 2. We don't play this. Oh, maybe I'll find my 104 card in here.
You know what? Guys?
All 4 of them bitches gonna be security.
No, they're not. You know what?
Listen, where all 5 of my Starmon were in security.
Okay, here we go.
Hey everybody, tell us who's right after you go ahead to our YouTube channel and watch that Pulse deck list, and after seeing that, tell us whether or not it's 1.5.
Yes, a deck list will tell you it is compatible. Put that bitch in playable and keep it pushing.
Dorian, telling you to the YouTube. So yeah, check out our YouTube and check out that
check out the YouTube channel. It's still playable.
All right, well, yeah, Joey, go ahead and comment on that video and like it, and then
you're gonna do 1.75.
I love this, man.
You're really gonna do 1.75?
TJ,
drop this ass down to 2. I will gerrymander until.
Oh my god! Calm down.
Oh my god!
Oh my fucking god, bro.
Just put tier J.03. Put J.03.
J.03.
Zaki, when I find you.
When you find me what? You don't you're not gonna prove anything to me.
It's fucking on when I find you.
When you find me.
Alright, here we go. There we go.
1.7. I love that.
Y'all, I am trying to get this bitch dropped down to 2-2. They are hard fighting against the 1 of 4 card.
I agreed. Damn.
I don't know.
Sheep, why don't you wrap it up?
What?
That was wild out of context.
that was somebody clipped that. Somebody clipped that. All right. Okay. I don't. Okay.
I'm glad you guys don't read chat, but okay.
All right.
It's fine. We can just move on to the next one.
I gotta fix Something really quick. I gotta readjust shit.
Agreed.
I gotta just put.
All right, so in the meantime,
I don't know why you.
while TJ,
I gotta
while TJ fixes something, we just talked about Zafagramon. Predictively, where do we think the Shumon deck is going to go then? Because we do think Overclock.
I think Overclock.
Yeah,
above Zafagramon. Overclock is wild.
Overclock.
You can proc it more than once a turn. Is the worst part.
And
Wow,
fucking just yellow option packages are just dumb.
So really, the only thing you're scared of with that deck is Crimson Blaze, I guess, right?
I mean, I think you can go so wide in that deck. I think you can go so wide. It's crazy.
But Crimson Blaze does mess up you playing your tokens. But you can also just
that's red.
Play.
What does it have to do with Safaga?
Well, nothing. You can just hard play a level 3 token or a level 3 puppet and have the same effect. Because Overclock works off of level 3s as well.
I'm coping a little bit. I'm coping a little bit. I honestly think Shoes is somewhere in competitive. I'm a little bit biased.
I think it's probably right around like the. I think it's probably above Setcon. Yeah. Maybe above Ulforce too. To be honest, I just think that. Yeah. I think that's.
I do think it hard loses to Blue Flare.
I mean, lots of things loses to Stun.
No. The inheritables of Metal Greymon to unsuspend with the 2 bodies, and everyone runs a Sec +1 Greymon. He'll get that every turn.
Yeah. I mean, don't run in. If you... Alright, hey, just a note. If you're playing against Blue Flare, go big stack and go home. Do not go wide.
Honestly,
just don't go wide.
Well, that's the issue, though, because all of Cendrilla's stuff pops out bodies.
Okay.
I will say, you could,
so then you lose to Blue Flare.
So here's the thing.
Mean, decks also have bad matchups.
That is true.
You run into a bad matchup that's below you.
But the only thing is, I'm looking at the other stuff in this tier, and it doesn't.
I think it's going to turbo faster than people. I think that deck is disgusting. That deck is good.
I might just need to do more testing with it. But...
Well, hold on. Go ahead. You do got to remember that we're not doing 1-for-1, bar-for-bar matchups with the decks in the tier. We're just seeing how it is in the meta overall.
Yeah, with everything else going on.
Yeah, if it could lose to Blue Flare, it could lose to Blue Flare. That doesn't mean it's a worse meta deck than Blue Flare or something. I would personally... It could be tied with, like, Magna X a little bit, maybe, or, like, right below it. Like, I would put it maybe above Ulforce. I can see something like that. I know in chat, Spider-Man said top of competitive. I haven't tested with it yet, though, so, I can't really agree or disagree, but I do see the potential for 1.5.
I really wish Spider-Man was here so he can explain himself, because I really want to hear what he has to say about that. So I will. Yeah. Hopefully he comes in a little later. He probably just a little bit busy because I really want to hear what he has to say. Yeah. But the fact that they could like play out so many goddamn like tokens better than Diaboromon. And also when the tokens die, they minus something like 3K.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, when they die, it's like kamikaze bombers or something, dude. They just hit the security, they blow up, and then they take something out with it. That's what makes it so like potent. And like you said, it's not once per turn either. So if you got enough bodies, you could just literally spam them and neg the opponent's board, which is insane.
Also, the clock tower is a cannon. Found that out.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we didn't even get to the Orisas yet. Like, we talked about Shoto for Zafagramon, but we didn't even get to the fact that Orisa gives Puppets Rush, the Memory Setter one, I think.
Disgusting.
And then the new one is like, one of your tokens or Digimon with the Puppet trait is deleted. You get Suspender to play another new level 3 Digimon with Puppet. And if you have a Monze X, which, by the way, Montemons are puppets, that's just more board wipes that you could just have off of.
It's got a lot of tools, bro. It's got a lot of tools.
Yep. And then you could also take advantage of Vortex Resonance. So, yeah, I could definitely see...
I can see all those new people switching over to this.
Yeah.
Yo, true. But yeah,
Waifu Tax is going to be strong on this card.
How about at the bottom? How about like kind of like the bird? How about like the green bird? We just need to see more of it. I know.
What if we put Zafagramon and Cendrillaman at the bottom of competitive as a stable spot, just because we need to see how they fare in the meta.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
We just hard set them to the bottom until we see them do more stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, then get their actual placement on the next ones, because they're just gonna either go up or down or sit where they are.
Yeah.
All right, I feel that.
All right. We got AncientGarurumon here. Oops. We got AncientGarurumon.
Actually, I don't know if it's a better than Imperial or not.
So here's the thing.
I put it right below Mirage.
Exactly. It is it's top 3 for sure. There's 2 different builds too. There's the, of course, blue base, the politically correct base that you play for Ancient. But then there's the red base, where you could take advantage of things like Crimson Blaze. You could take advantage of like the Gotsumon Floodgate and all that. And with all this talk that we just did for like Syndramon too, that's definitely going to be important. Now, last tier list, I remember we had like kind of like a slight debate about, okay, is it tier 1, is it 1.5, is it top 3 or not? I definitely think post-restriction list and going into this meta, I think
the restriction helped the shit out of it go to top 3.
Yeah, it did, because Leomon got hit and everything, but I think we could probably come to a consensus and agree that this is top 3 now going into this meta. Just the fact that, just for all the points that were made in the last video, of course, except this time, 2 other threats were hit, number 1. And number 2, like, I think the 2 different bases also just makes it more threatening, because you could run blue base or you could run red base and just have a bunch of other tools that could take care of things that you normally wouldn't be able to handle, like if a board goes wide, right? Because Ancient just bounces the one thing and then bounces security, but you could just Crimson Blaze and it doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah,
so that's why I think on Ancient.
They definitely hit the consistency of both the Gabumon version and also the red version, which were kind of the best versions. In my opinion, I'm biased. I think the blue version is the best version because I'm a purist. But now I think, like what Arcane Kaze said, that like a lot of the top decks have been.
It's nerfed. When it has a variation that it's going to be able to get.
Exactly.
This deck having 2 different things that you could run into is why it's going to sit where it's sitting.
Exactly.
It's just going to eat both sides of what it needs to eat, because it has 2 different bases it can run. So the red bases that need to go run through all the people who are spamming shit, they're going to have Crimson. The blue ones are just going to destroy you by running through you, because that's what blue does. So it just has 2 versions sitting there beating the shit out of the meta right now. So that's why.
And Digimon Playtester said it best too. It's like very simple to play. It's not a complicated deck. You just go into Ancient.
Hybrid is the easiest shit ever.
Bro, it's so easy, boring. Dude.
I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. Hybrid decks are so boring. They've been boring forever. The season was boring. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Okay. Anyway, you just Kendo. You just Kendo, go into the Lobo, go into the fucking Ancient, it dies, and then you play another thing. If you can't figure that out, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know about this TLOCmon stuff. Oh, go ahead.
You could be unblockable.
Keep it at locals for now.
You can also be unblockable. I don't know.
This is the nature spirit, right?
Yeah, this is nature spirit stuff. I haven't really seen it do anything, and I also not once ran into this deck on any sim. I don't
remember. It couldn't do anything because Numemon was running the format for a while, so it was straight up outclassed.
This is keep it at locals. They don't have enough shit yet. That's nature spirits. This is keep it at locals.
The only issue with the nature spirit card they get is the Metal Edamon.
I'm saying they don't have enough. Period. There's just not enough nature spirits to make that matter.
Even the DNA effect, it's like they need a blue-black one as well. We do get the Saber Leomon Ace, which I think is a nature spirit that they can DNA with.
Problem.
But otherwise, it's like, okay, you also have to tech in, like, what, Vikemon Ace into your nature spirits deck? It's, we definitely have to wait a little bit. We gotta let this one cook a little longer.
I was looking at the cards.
You can put it in a waiting.
It looks like...
need something to keep it at locals, so just keep it at locals.
It looks like you wouldn't run option cards, because you would treat your other Digimon as the option card.
It's a monster mash deck. It's a monster mash deck. It's all 50 monsters, bro. Like...
Yep.
It's just it looks interesting. I like its design.
I really like that guy though.
Yeah, it's a really cool design. Cool. Yeah, he's really cool. It's just
pretty sick.
Yeah, it just sucks he's in a shitty deck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is not what I thought he was gonna be for. I thought Zafaga was about to do some DNA nonsense, and I was like, dang.
I mean, this makes sense. Every EX set comes with one deck that
DNA, one DNA, one
never gets anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like his win Digivolve when attacking is like the Monze X that we all would have been okay with, considering he's a level 7 DNA Mon.
Yeah, literally, bro.
Yeah, a lot of work to go into him.
We got a Lilithmon X here.
Oh, I wish
I've been cooking up Lilith X. I feel like it's got a lot of control. Because it also can like pop stuff and stretch security along the way. I want to say it's competitive, but it's one of the things I feel like we need some like testing on it.
Yeah, I will second that.
Every time it could have shown up in JP, which granted, yes, we're not the same as JP, but it has a very strong influence on the West. It just got outclassed by like Numamon, everything in highly competitive. So I would personally throw it in there with
like Digimon playtester said, blue eats most purple decks.
Yeah, blue eats this deck alive, dude. Like and I know we don't typically say, oh, well, we can't do one-off decks. No, like, damn near every fucking blue deck eats this Joan alive. Because it just strips the
Either
Lilithmon.
stunning, stripping it.
Yeah. What is cool about it, though, it gives that...
Suspend, whatever kind of blue effect you want to get hit by.
I will say that Lilithmon does have, like, one of the best sources of removal. Just
that
period.
Lilith is crazy.
It's stupid.
Like, at the end of your turn, delete this.
Yeah, and it gives the Digimon the effect
so good.
too.
Do you want to do the same thing as Zafagas in them, or did you want to put it at like top of plate?
I would
say do the same thing as Zafaga and Syndrilla until we get to.
We need more. We need some more with it first.
Yeah. Do you want to make a tier 4 need testing, or is that just too much work?
That's too much work because
too much work,
because it'll fuck up the
we can read effects.
Equilibrium.
We can read effects, bro.
Yeah, it'll fuck up the equilibrium.
Put it behind Zafagamon.
We're at the equilibrium of the city, bro. We gotta leave it.
Yeah. I will say the thing I do.
Nasty, bro. We're not fucking up the equilibrium of the city.
Yeah, the thing I love about the Lilithmon deck though is there's a lot more protection in the game now.
Yeah.
And it ignores that because it's like, no. You're protected from me, not from yourself. So if they have a window where that protection wears off, they still just have. Yeah, exactly. They just have that effect. Like it's just really good. Like Magnax, Ragna, all that.
Yep. Right, we got Mother D-Reaper Shoto redirect nonsense is going in highly competitive.
Black hybrid,
I want to make this, but I
hate that I have to just let it happen because we already know. As much as we know about Boogeyman, this is tough. You just see them both out.
Yeah, dog. Like Shoto Mother D-Reaper stuff has been like just. I really should put it in like the BT 18/19 waiting room, but like it's. When it gets there, it's gonna. I'm playing it. I'm playing it. I fucking love control decks. I'm playing it. I'm gonna play the shit out of it.
I need to relearn these cards.
Dog,
I don't remember any of the D-Reaper cards.
It's not the D-Reaper.
The only one that matters.
It's not D-Reaper.
Well, no, but like I'm thinking, like, oh, maybe make like a D-Reaper.
No, that's stupid. Shut up. That's stupid. No, what you do? You raise the D-Reaper, play the Shoto. Now you got a 15K blocker.
Yeah, 2-card combination.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's all you need.
Listen. Shotos are $3 right now.
Oh my god,
they're gonna go
up. It's going up every hour.
So my only thing about this is you were technically able to do this for a long time ever since those black hybrids were printed because it gives a thing blocker. The only difference is that it wasn't repeatable. So my thing is, if anything has tamer control, like HexaBoutamon or something, for instance, right? Or
black or gray, as always. The Greymons will look at Mother and go,
black or gray.
Yeah.
And then it's like being unblockable, which technically any deck that runs like a good number of tamers could just run blue plugin and ignore this. It's like, I don't know. I kind of
not redirect either. Black or gray.
Yeah, true. And see, that's why I'm just like, is it really? I guess if we're putting it in tier 1. How many other decks are going to be?
Consistency of it. You can do it so fucking fast.
But the issue is, in the current decks that we have right here, none of them run this boards. All the hybrid stuff that run it.
That's fair. I don't know. For me personally,
I'm thinking waiting room.
I could do waiting room.
Waiting room makes sense.
When the hybrids come out, it's gonna be Mother D Reaper Shoto and some kid.
Literally, bro.
That's what it's gonna be.
Literally, dog. It's gonna be kind of insane. We got
one of the kids that makes people win.
Usually the purple one. Usually the purple. And Mother D Reaper were going off in Japan.
Yeah, it really was. How we feeling about Machinedramon? Well, I should probably mention this.
Playable, I guess.
All you, buddy.
Oh yeah, it's playable.
That could be either top of playable or just below our little dumb trio right there.
It eats.
It depends.
You guys get support though, right? Like the Gigadramon. You got Collision now.
Kaze, we always get support, bro.
They get support every set. If there's ever a cyborg
now.
or machine printed, they get support.
Oh my god! Why do you get Collision?
I say it's.
You could probably put it above Pulse. You could probably.
Okay, I can give it above Pulse, but I can't give it like competitive because it just like I don't see it.
It loses to itself. It still loses to itself.
And also, this is funny.
It doesn't lose the game.
Funnily enough, Machinedramon's biggest issue is decking out because you have to draw so much just to even get there.
What if you put Paladin mode in there as like a one-off?
No.
What do you mean?
You gotta no.
From a mile away.
You gotta. He's a giant machine dragon. Why would you put? No, that's just stupid.
No! Don't trash. Just I put it in my Dexteragorumon deck.
Okay.
As a one-off.
Yeah,
if I'm low on
you should
deck,
be
I'm just
ashamed
gonna
of that.
give 9 memory, put my deck back.
No, that's dumb, bro. Like that. No, it's a machine dragon. You're not supposed to do that.
What do you mean you're not supposed to do that? How is making you be able to play longer going against Machine Dragon?
Remember, cool, Dorian, TJ is a purist. He said that's politically incorrect way.
Sure, my ass.
Like, why would you do? Look at him. He's so cool. Why would you want to put like something that's not cool on top of him?
I'm gonna just say it and get us canceled. Heavy. Mobile.
Nah, shut up. All right, shut up. All right, Tyrant.
Next,
Tyrant, bro. Tyrant, bro. Tyrant. It's sadly, it's in actually, funnily enough, it's actually in BT18.
If you don't put that in competitive, that bitch is annoying as fuck.
No, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse, dog.
Put it in competitive.
I want to put it in BT18/19 waiting room because if you go,
really?
What?
Tyrant is so good.
Tyrant is very good, but
really good.
Tyrant is very good.
Hold on, I need to hear your actual opinion on this right now.
Okay, I'm saying Tyrant is very good, and it can box anything in competitive. Only reason I'm saying in BT18/19 waiting room now is because with the new hybrid stuff that it gets, you can play that ancient beetle for like I think it's an 11 cost. You could play that ancient beetle for 3. That ancient beetle digivolves, and I think it forces you to redirect as well. Also,
the ancient beetle does not force redirect.
It does not force redirect. But what else does it does?
It just digivolves.
It just digivolves, and that's insane.
Oh wait, then you can play a level 4 Insectoid or hybrid. Never mind. You're not unless you're putting Beetlemons in there.
No, well, yeah, but also. It can digivolve for 3 over anything with an Insectoid trait.
Oh, that's good.
It's really good. It's stupid, and that's gonna be like a replacement for me because I love GrandKabuterimon Ace, but GrandKabuterimon Ace is very punishable, especially now with so much stuff going on like Hex.
Can Tyrant go over it?
Yeah, Tyrant can go. Yeah, it's stupid. It's dumb.
Wait, so now you can run Heaven's Judgment, Breath of the Gods.
Because of stuff like Hex going around, it makes and like just general like source strip from like Pales and stuff like that. Tyrant has a harder time maneuvering in the meta because those are going to be more popular. You get what I'm saying? So I honestly think a lot of the Tyrant players are just probably going to play just birds right now. And they're gonna just wait until BT18/19 to really use the new Insectoid stuff. You know what I'm saying? You get what I mean?
They should be the Davis and the Ken, because anytime I face a Tyrant player, they always have like the Omnimon in the in the egg.
Oh yeah.
The blob and the egg. So they're like, oh yeah, let me just swing at that to make sure I'm suspended at all times during your turn.
Yeah, but the
So
the issue is
use an option to shoot me.
The issue is too, like, honestly, like, Imperial just it's very difficult. Tyrant just loses to like options. Right, it loses really hard to options, and also just stuff like
Megadeth to the moon.
Megadeth, the Lilithmon shits on it because it's giving it its own effect. It can easily box like Ragna and even Armor Vaccine. I don't know how it does against Alt Force. Alt Force, I think, is just faster. Blue Flare doesn't care. It can easily fight like Setcon, and you don't really see that many Setcons. It right now, I just think it needs a little bit more Insectoid stuff just to like actually like flourish a little bit. That Shivamon, we kind of really needed that Shivamon. That Shivamon is stupid.
I need that Shivamon.
I hate what they did with the LM stuff. Making it to the end of this year
Shivamon
was the absolute worst thing I've ever seen.
If we want to get technical, just to move on, it should be in 1.5, but I honestly think you just wait a little bit till you can get the other Insectoid stuff, just so it can get a little bit better.
I guess we're using the same line of thinking as the like Mother D Reaper Shoto stuff, where it's like, yo, it actually is going to be good, and it's going to be in upper tiers, but at its best, at its ultimate form, nah, waiting room for now.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with that.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
are we comparing ultimate form versus now is the issue?
Now it's fine. It's fine now, but I would wait. Honestly, I would just wait a little bit until you got more of the hybrid stuff. Honestly, because that hybrid stuff is stupid. It's just fucking stupid.
That sentence. It just rings true for time.
The hybrid stuff.
Is Magnamon time.
All hybrid.
Yeah, this
blue Magnamon.
Highly competitive.
Nah.
You don't think it's highly competitive?
I think it's competitive.
You think he's fallen from grace?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh my god, bro. You can't go Magnamon.
Yeah,
those
think
terms
about
are impossible anymore.
Right? you could just throw in like old Davis Can, use Primo Janitor option or whatever in place of the
cool. Yeah, you can build Magnamon now just with the Imperialdramon engine. Yes, you can put Imperialdramon as your engine for any blue deck and have a blue 6 at the top of it. Cool. Okay, but Magnamon armor itself, if you're playing Vmon armor, bro, we got hit hard.
Yeah.
Hammer Spark and freaking like stupid Clink. I didn't realize how much it hurt until it hurt.
Yeah, once you actually play it in practice, it becomes more and more apparent. I mean, once you still get the line,
you can still just get games, yeah, but
it's still a threat, which is why
probably
it's still,
like down below. Yeah. I wouldn't put it in tier 2 yet. I'd put it at like I would put it just above the new decks.
I wouldn't go that far because it is.
Bro, you lose. I got beat the shit out of by Sakuya. Sakuyamon kept looking at me going, boom, you're gonna get hit with this DP. Boom, you're gonna get hit with this DP. Boom, you're gonna just sit there. Boom. I watched all 4 Magnas get popped by Sakuya shit, and I was like, damn.
See, that's also because they use Invalidation plugin, and they're like, you can't activate your Wind Digivolving effects.
Now, I would say that's really funny.
There's trauma in there.
I would say the Flamedramon Rookie Rush kind of like Armor Rush variant.
Armor V
is trash.
If you're playing armor, isn't playable.
It's unplayable.
Got hit in the face.
Magnamon
got hit in the face.
But it still got legs though. If you're just doing straight Magnamon, is not yet.
It's in competitive. It's just it got hit. It got a punch in the face. Its consistency is gone. You have to figure out when you're using that option now, Clink, and you have 0 recursion of Magnamon now. So if Magnamon gets hit out of security, you literally look at them and go, all right, how many? Oh, that's 3 left possible. Oh, now I hit a second one out of security. Oh, you're fucked. You better find those other 2.
Honestly, bro.
It's just the cheapness is gone.
Yeah. We got AncientGarurumon here.
Wait, pause.
What's up?
Shotos are officially sold out right now.
Shut up.
Y'all ran out of
time. Can we let it be known? It's going on 11 p.m. Can we hurry the fuck up so I can go lay down?
Yeah, let's go
AncientGreymon, competitive. I don't know where though.
I don't actually agree with that. I'd say it's at the top of playable.
You think it's at the top of playable?
Yeah. Do you ever see it win?
I haven't seen this one yet.
Exactly.
It's been here for like 2 weeks.
I see it at locals. Lose.
I haven't seen it at all.
I don't know. I don't want to count like AncientGarurumon out.
I don't even put it in playable.
But it just, I haven't really, like, I think I gave it too much credit. It's just like, why would you play this when you could play fucking, Billstar? We're not at Billstar yet. Why would you play this when you can,
lower down.
Why would you play this when you can play, any other?
Bro, where's Gucci, bro?
What about,
let's go to ShineGreymon, because none of us here play AncientGreymon.
Shine is still competitive, dog.
Shine
is really good.
Top of competitive.
Shine is really good.
The new stuff, actually, is it highly? It's not highly competitive.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think top of competitive.
I put it right around under blue flare.
I was gonna put it above armor vaccine, dude.
You could put it there.
Yeah.
Highly competitive just depends on the matchups now.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
Yeah.
All of those decks just do work. Every single one of those decks just does work.
I'm gonna just do Diabormon, keep it at locals.
Keep that at locals.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. The classic.
All right, now, do you think it's stronger than the Mayan?
Yes,
it's
stronger than the. I think he's an Aztec god.
Is an Aztec god? My bad.
I'm looking now. We gotta be correct with this one.
All right, I'm gonna just hang on. Let me just right there. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. DJ read my
Jax,
mind.
I'm glad you're honest.
Perfect.
Okay, I gotta
What's
look
your 2.5 after playing 5 times against Shine? I couldn't get it in at all.
You lose so much to decks that could do things for free. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, you're playing a bunch of Digimon, and that's pretty neato, but like everything else does something better. It just does a thing better. Like, Diaboromon plays tokens better than anybody else, but like, well, I can't even say that now because the fucking shoe. You know what I'm saying?
The shoe just looked at Diaboromon and slapped it. It kicked it. It just stomped them.
Yep.
When they give Diaboromon Overclock, it's going to be the best deck in the game.
All right, it's I'm pretty sure Leomon is Aztec. It's either Aztec or Mexica, because Mexica is a group which I did not know about.
Absolutely.
that's what Wikipedia tells me.
Okay, so anyway,
Wikipedia doesn't lie.
About Dexdor-Goromon. Dexdor-Goromon is like the best.
Top of competitive.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! It's like the best anti-meta deck.
It's the literal top of competitive. That deck is so busted.
I might check to a black base.
So funny you said that, right? Because
you put it in
black base. So here's what I'd say: black base is top of competitive, like you guys say, or it's like right below or tied with Magna. Purple base, however,
base is highly,
it's at the it's like the gatekeeper of highly competitive, especially going into EX-07. Because if you're going to be relying on Shotos and stuff, just kill them. And then on top of that, since the Mother D Reaper gained blocker, they now are susceptible to collision because it targets the player. And then you're just going to get even more value from that. And then on top of that, through Musketeers, a lot of their options like delete you and stuff. So it's like, oh, I'll just Digivolve, thanks. And even the ones that Digivolve, so long as you're careful about when you go into your dex line, if you could tell that they're forced to use, like, let's say Dare Blitz in order to trash it and Digivolve, okay, well now you're your base form again, and if they delete you, just wake up, do it again, go right back into it. I think, like you guys said, it's just the best anti-competitive thing, and in my opinion, it can actually box, or at least with black base, play black base, because it has a lot of, it has text that you could use to not be threatened by getting bounced. It can actually box with those top 3 blue decks. It's just you need, your first 2 to 3 turns have to be perfect, and there's a lot of micro decisions that you have to do in order to get it going. But yeah, and then we're not even getting into like the mad lad teching of Bikemon Ace or the craziness you could do with like Calling for the Darkness. You could even run a superior mode in here if you really want it, if you have Cool Boy, AG, and Kosuke. I mean, there's some crazy stuff you could do. It's definitely the gatekeeper of tier 1.
What he said.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, we got Omnimon Jogress here.
I haven't seen this at all.
Because it's been at locals and we've been doing competitive events. I'm joking. I'm joking. It did. Okay, to be fair, to be fair, all things considered, it's probably a little bit better than AncientGarurumon because it actually did win. I think AncientGarurumon won once and like Omni won like twice. Yeah, it topped like 2 or 3 times.
Spider-Man said Omni topped.
I would say playable just because you really need to have perfect hands. That is a very bricky ass deck, dude. It's a pretty bricky deck. So
I'd put it at the top of playable.
Top of playable is
great. It's cheaper now though, so that's
it's incredibly cheap to build if you want to have fun.
It's really good. It's really good when you see everything.
Definitely. All right, we got the FenriLooga stuff.
It's the better version of Masty.
Literally.
FenriLooga, put that in highly competitive.
Really?
Luga is highly competitive.
You have like 3 turns.
Bro, you could play just straight Luga. Yeah. They play the Kazuchi stuff, then go.
Yeah, when I saw that on turn 3, you were able to just ignore, essentially make your opponent's security meaningless and be like, anyways, I'm gonna swing now just because I just trashed all my security and now I trash yours. Equivalent exchange. I win.
Once per turn?
And it's
the Fenry? No.
They can trash like up to twice, dude.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not once per turn.
So long as you have security, your opponent won't. that's the name of that game.
Oh, I like that effect though. That's kind of cool.
It's really
good on a level 7.
That's really good. It's just it has to find everything.
I think. Yep. And shout out, he's not here in chat. Shout out to Save the Waffles, but. Literally, that deck lives and dies by that fucking Kazuchimon. Like, you need that Kazuchimon, bro. You really need that card to get there.
You're welcome.
This card says bot deck Kazuchimon, bro.
So do I.
That sucks, man. I'm picking up 2 cards every time in my deck.
I'm telling you, bro.
The thing is, though, even without it, it's still FenriLoogamon. So at worst, it's 1.5. That's crazy.
Yeah,
like, oh no, boo-hoo, I'm only very viable. Like, what?
Oh, wait, it's still
only
my
very?
turn. Oh, wait, it's still
only
my
very.
Turn.
Only
exactly.
very?
Oh no, it's still my turn. Oh no, I can still clear your security. Oh, boo-hoo.
Oh, man.
Ah, damn.
I just have all my security left.
You're at 1 memory. How can I still keep my turn? Swear to God. How do we feel about the Galaxy stuff, man? Go for it.
Okay, that picture should be changed to
Lunamon.
Ko and Seo, because Ko and Seo with friends. Because that red tamer is one of the I'm gonna stand by this right now. One of the strongest tamers I've ever seen printed.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean,
and you can't tell me no, because you can. Okay, so what I've done and what I've seen people in Japan do is they'll have like a Galaxy Digimon on board and like some other level 5 or another level 6. Oh, let me just suspend Ko and Seo and Ko. They should have named them differently first off.
They say the red one.
Let me just suspend the red one.
There you go.
Degenerate my my Galaxy or Micro and Lightfang, and let me just evil that 5 into a AncientGarurumon, or even that level 6 over there into a Paladin mode for free, and then you know, commence tomfoolery.
Exactly. Like that first part is fair. The second part, that's where it all begins.
Also, due to these cards, they had to create a new type of restriction.
The pair banning.
Dude, they're dumb. They need to all right. We're not at the discussion yet, but
they should have made it so it just only worked with their archetype. But like, I get they wanted to like make these things usable, but if they're gonna make them so super usable, give me an alt art.
So true.
That's true, but it's also this is the first thing that needed. They should just errata them for the deck.
No, what they need to do is just eliminate EX-5 from the game entirely. That is a fucked up set.
Now hold on, Leomon. I was about to say Leomon, my boy. Don't do that.
I'm fucking around, bro. You know I'm joking, but you get what I'm. Like every deck in EX-5, every deck in EX-5 has either been highly competitive or hit. It's stupid, dude.
Either that or it enabled some type of weird, cool thing. Like, the Greed Devas enabled the sauce build for Leopard X. That led to probably arguably our funniest video on the channel.
The weakest deck that came out of that set was Leviamon. Let that sink in. Let that sink in.
He's not lying.
Literally.
The only one who hasn't had a restriction.
He's the only one out of that set.
It's BT9. It's BT9 2.0.
It's BT9 2.0, dude. It's fucking BT9 recoded. It's BT9 birth by sleep. It's God, dog. It's a fucked up set, dude.
I love that set.
Honestly, you know what? I'm willing to. Let's not make a new tier, but just the engine of Grace Nova itself, I think, could be highly.
We need to make a thing called engines.
Honestly, dude, like engines.
Actually, put Grace Nova in highly competitive, but it's going to represent the Galaxy engine.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's fair.
Yeah, engine, like Zaki said, cracked.
It's cracked.
That engine's so dumb.
And it's crazy because even the Lunamon alone, you could tech into HexaBoutamon, and then you can use the Nightclaw stuff to degen and give yourself more sources. Well, I'll get to that when we get to Hex, but it's crazy. And you look at the Journey to the West deck, you use Lunamon to bounce the stat, gain memory, and get all your sources back and cross to the Shaka.
Yeah, the Shakamon.
Yeah. So even just without the full engine, like the Lunamon standalone is crazy, and then of course Fossil already went over like the Nightclaw Tamer, but where would we put Grace Nova itself out of curiosity? So I guess because the engine is
not
good,
having a spicy build, top of playable or like bottom of competitive.
That's fair.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah,
because it is.
That is true. We did kill the other yellow control deck.
Yeah, I mean that's true. We got Fang here. You got Davis. Here we go. I know popular demand.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is the
That's a gatekeeper.
The 2.5 deck. I got 10. Anyways, but seriously, I would say this is honestly okay. So this is weird, right? Because technically Davis could also abuse new Shoto Tamer and stuff, and that's cool. However, we're also going to see Fanglongmon, I agree, is still near the top of 1.5. Like, it's probably near where, like, Magnamon is, probably, like, above Ulforce. But the Deva's engine does get a little nerfed just by, one, Hexblout existing. Like, how many sources
do you I think it goes down to the bottom of 1.5 now.
Exactly. And then on top of that, you're going to see probably more floodgates, because, Syndromon, it's like you're going to be playing a lot of stuff by effects. If people tech for that more and start respecting it more, Deva's is going to catch a stray because you won't be able to play the Fanglong by effect, which the Fanglong is still by himself really, really good. But then also, he is affected by options, and 3 Musketeers are like, yo, we got plenty of those. So I'm not sure. It's like, it's definitely still in 1.5, but closer to the bottom now. Well, we'll see what happens though with all the 4 Sovereign chefs out there.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a gatekeeper. It had its moment to shine, and it now is just so much more against it that kind of it's hurting it. Like you said, the Hex stuff, which is going to be incredibly popular. There's just new tech every day with this Galaxy shit coming out. Birds, Overclock, the Shoto Tamer helps it. I think 1.5 is fair. It's teetering between 1.5 and playable.
That's right. I didn't even mention Zafajimon. He's going to be immune to all your Digimon effects.
Literally,
so you're going to Belongmon him. He's going to be like, that was cute. Anyway, send him to the gulags now.
Send him to the gulags, bro. We got Angels here.
Minimon.
We got the Minimon.
Angels is actually, see, the problem with Angels is that it was always outsped. With Numemon gone, it's okay. Where does this sit now?
And also,
it can control the board really well, but that's only once it's set up.
And setup is even slower now because they're missing the BT14 TK. They only have one of them now.
Yeah, I say it's like in the middle of playable. If they get set up, it's amazing. They have that that Kari and TK, that helps. Whenever they would Digivolve or get played, you can suspend it to gain a memory. That's pretty helpful. And that's like a pretty decent replacement for the TK. But you really need to see just Barrier or the Dominimon, because just the raw aces aren't enough, sadly.
Wouldn't you not want Barrier because it removes your security tomfoolery potential?
That's the problem with it's like you want Barrier to protect yourself, but then you need your security to trigger your other stuff. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's in this like really weird spot where like I didn't think that deck was good. Didn't have any results in Japan. It had a few results in Japan. We're going.
All three of the new decks we're literally putting in high competitive until we got to see how they feel out.
You gotta put what's his name? Golden Dragon above Sendrilamon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're the need testing.
We're not saying they're bad. We're just saying we need to see more. This is like a placeholder. Yeah. If it's bad, then we'll eat that. But if it's good, we were right the whole time.
I will say,
sure. I think they're all really good. We just need to see more testing.
We just need to see more testing, yeah.
On the point of Dominimon, though, I mean, there is an argument for BT18 waiting room, because I'm actually looking. There's a few, like, angel support that they do get with the HexaBoutamon and the new Luxmon and stuff. But, yeah, I mean, I'm honestly okay with middle of playable or BT18 waiting room.
Yeah, I just think it's like better Masty in my opinion. It just needs no, Bugs is really good. Matter of fact, let me just move this because people are getting confused.
I'm about to say why? Yeah, I was like,
all right, Bugs.
I got your opinion, but in the whole general,
it didn't make sense.
Okay, all right. Yeah. If you want my honest, like, fucking, goddamn it, now everybody's gonna buy the Bug shit. There we go.
Yes, you'll never get.
That's what you were doing. This little bitch.
I guess, Tubbs, the TLDR was that it was in the rating room not because it was bad, but rather because the stuff that they get from the Beetlemon line when the hybrid stuff comes out just skyrockets it that much better. And Shiva. Yeah.
Listen, the plan was to make the cards cheaper so that TJ can get his ults.
Yeah, man, I still ain't got my fucking Bug ult anyway. Moving on to Ogadulamon, bro. Moving on to Ogadulamon, bro.
Okay. I'll speak on this one because... So, with the new Shoto and Ukamon gone...
This deck's good.
I can't. It's either number one in competitive or the bottom of highly competitive.
Oh, it's 100%.
Because everything can now be a blocker. It gains memory because Shoto just gives you memory, and it was already good before. It was just
the gatekeeper for 1.5, bro. It's the gatekeeper for 1.5.
It's the gatekeeper.
I was
about to say
you get the Lilithmon X stuff too. That's good.
And you want to know. You want to know?
I'm tempted to revisit it now, but like, it's a lot.
I think you just didn't playtest enough. I think that was your main thing.
That was also it. I did not playtest at all that week.
Yeah. I think you just got timing. I would say revisit it. Also, an interesting thing. Ogadakemon, or the Gate of the Seven Deadly Sins or whatever.
Bro.
You can actually, unlike Royal Knights, you can actually Digivolve on top of them, which was Royal Knights' like biggest hurdle, because a lot of their like X antibody forms are really good, but you couldn't Digivolve on top of them. So the fact that you could Digivolve like Leviamon X on top of like the Leviamon or whatever.
Disgusting.
Lilithmon also got an X. Pulsemon X is stupid. All the 7th grade Demon Lord X's forms are cracked. So, also,
that's true.
Also, the deck is literally like 40% options. So,
which does make deck building kind of hard because you got to squeeze in a lot of stuff.
You got to squeeze in a lot of stuff, and they can tuck the options, as we all know, underneath the stupid gate for whatever reason.
Yeah,
you can tuck the options underneath the gate.
Listen. Chris from what is that place called? Game Castle told me when you need to tuck something, when in doubt, throw an option under there. And I was like, this is the best thing I've ever heard about this deck.
We got Hexablow right here. I really want to play Hexablow competitive.
It's been 3,000 years. All right, so the card itself.
Fire away the key.
So this is okay. So this is a weird one, right? Because we've been talking about how disgusting Hex is as a card and everything, and I agree. I think the card itself is like somewhere in 1.5, but this is us rating the deck and looking at everything that they get in EX-07. You get the new Pukumon, so we finally have Archetype Searcher, the Sorcerermon unsuspends, the Imperialdramon strips and everything, and then you also get Ice Clay. Ice Clay's a dumb ability. It's basically on-board fake jamming. It's like it just changes the rules of battle to be by sources. However, I wish we had an EX-8 waiting room tier, because that's really where I would put it, because if you guys see like the bears that we were talking about earlier, like the Scottymon and all that stuff, Source Strip gets so disgusting. And then Suzune, it just gets better. We haven't even seen everything yet. However, the deck itself, I would probably put it in playable or an EX-8 waiting room.
So like
not because kind of like
Angels area.
Sticking in playable, we can't keep throwing stuff into waiting rooms.
Yeah. So we could put it like, I'd put it like right above Pulse, right below MachineDramon maybe, because the Source Strip deck itself, it's starting to get dirtier, right? Like Summon Frost could actually play something for free. Wave of Reliability unsuspends. They gave this thing Piercing and Side Check +1. It's really good. It's just the engine is still feels too fair for 1.5. Like Hex got it, but the engine it just needs to be a little dirtier. Kind of like how Bloomlord was right before Hydramon came out, you know?
I got you.
Yeah.
I love Bloomlord. We got Leomon. Leomon is
heck.
Give it to me. So good. Give it to me. Stick him in competitive.
Let's go. Throw that. Yep. I was about to say put it in highly. You said
highly competitive.
You said
Ragna.
Oh, you said high competitive. Okay.
Oh, I thought you said highly competitive. Nah, I mean I like Leo, but
Leo can box, but it's entirely on the pilot. Like you gotta be able to.
That's why I said right around Ragna.
Ragna is good because I think it's a pilot deck, dude. It's a pilot.
Leomon is about deck building and knowing when to do certain things. Which, granted, yes, you can say that for every deck, but Leo especially because you need them to proc your fortitude, so you can punish them for it.
All right, what about this Punk Dragon? Oh, go for it.
Put him in playable.
I was gonna say like Saber Leo himself helps the deck because Leomon can have a suite of aces, like Mega Gargo Ace is better for control, Grand Kuaga Ace is better for aggro, but Saber Leo is just a good in between for the deck specifically
and
because exactly. And the -8k DP goes into your turn. So when you blast and two of your opponent's suspended Digimon gets -8 until the end of your turn. During your turn, if you die and de-digivolve it, they just die, or if they're a Mega, you de-digivolve it once and bottom deck it with Heavy. So it's like I love this deck, and I love what the Leo X and Saber Leo do for it.
I kind of wish they gave him Fortitude, just to keep up the motive, but 2 because of the shenanigans that could ensue because of it. An Ace with Fortitude makes no sense.
Yeah. that's a yeah.
All right, what about this?
Something else.
What about this Punk Dragon?
Playable. Right. He's got half.
Punk?
Wait.
He's got one line.
Punkmon is cool, dude.
Wait, playable? I mean, what does this even do? Because we talked about it in Gallantmon.
You trash your cards from your hand, and then if you have like 4 or less, then you start evoing. Because I was looking at this, I'm trying to make a deck for this. It's
just bottom of playable right now.
Hard.
I was gonna say top of keep it at locals.
Yeah,
because as its own deck, it's like we don't have the deck yet. I feel we have it, and then Gallantmon like as its crutch.
That's how
fill the deck out.
That's exactly how I feel about Argomon. Like they gave me this Argomon that has.
There you go. Just keep it at locals. Put it right below the.
They gave me this Argomon that has a fucking great goddamn ability, but I don't got enough Argomons to fucking use it. So like, what am I supposed to do?
The old Argomons are terrible.
Old Argomons are basically vanillas, dog. It's like basically
I will
fucking
say,
vanillas.
Argomon can steal games. Like,
what are you
straight
talking
up,
about?
I was testing it on the sim. people just kill the level 5, and I'm like, perfect.
No, that's stupid.
Gain the memory, and then I'll just play the level 6.
Yeah.
Put cards under and pop your stuff, and bam, now you have another level 6. And then they kill that, and I'm like, great, give me more memory.
Honestly, bro.
But it's not good though. It's just like one of those. If you don't know what it does, it's an issue.
All right, we got I just put like this is all of just the 7 Musketeers stuff, like in one.
Yeah, 3 Musketeers.
Put it with the trio, because we don't know how it's gonna fare.
I honestly think it's playable.
You think
just put it with the trio?
Playable? You want me to put it with the trio?
You want me to tell you why it's just playable?
Why?
It probably would have been highly competitive if they made those option cards cost 7. Like
7, yeah.
Yep, I was just about to say that.
Like it's.
Oh,
we gotta see what they do.
It's hang on. Let's stay focused. Hang on, because we're almost done. Those option cards not being 7 costs really hurt that deck because now.
Let's also just agree they screwed themselves up with their 7 cost ability of the Musketeers anyway. So there's always going to be a problem printing 7 cost options. Period. Now, just in the game because of Musketeers having that ability.
Because of that build star, yeah. It's just that build star hurt the archetype for the rest of its life, sadly. Because now you can't, like Joe said, you can't print too many good 7 cost options because then the deck will get out of hand. But now. I right now as it is, I say it's like in like gravitating the playable area. Honestly, it's like better than Omni, but I don't know if it can just beat anything above it. Personally, just me. I'll put it in like
sitting there boxing face to face with it. I feel you.
Yeah, I'll put it
right above Omni if you want. That's fine.
I could put it in competitive with the
I was just gonna say, I think I want to see results from all the
see results.
And then we can see what we put everything.
Okay.
When it came out, it was overrun by Uko, and people in the West do just play Beostar differently.
Oh, Jesus.
And I've seen people play it in the East.
I was gonna say like the 3 Musketeers kind of tribal deck. I actually do agree with TJ. I think it's more playable than anything.
TJ, this is you in the morning.
I think the more Beostar focused deck because they can still play some of the 7 cost options. I think with the Ace or the X, I forget which one. I think that one is probably more representative of being within 1.5. That's just my take, though. I think with the card fight, King difference is going to be closer to 1.5. He's been waiting for this for centuries, and I know he's going to cook something crazy with it. But yeah, I think right above the trio is a good spot for it for now.
See, Justice, I don't know if you remember, but old Bill Star said for every 7 cost option in your trash, I think, and also like 3 Musketeers thing.
Yeah,
it got decreased by 1.
They screwed the 7 cost options.
I will say, wait, does all Beostar say 3 Musketeer Digimon or 3 Musketeer card? Because the new options do have the trait. They each have the 3 Musketeer trait, so that will matter if.
It says option memory cost of 7.
So you can't even. That's what I'm saying. You can't like if the new options
you can still reduce the play cost for each 3 Musketeers Digimon and option card, but
they literally had to.
Still 7. Never mind.
They literally had to revamp the whole archetype because they can't, like Joe said, they literally physically can't print. They should really just ban that fucking Bill Star. I mean, honestly, just so they can design good level 7 options again. But they physically can't make any good level 7 options or 7 cost options because of that old Bill Star. That old Bill Star like annihilated like 7 cost options, bro.
Bill Star made them play anything. Anything. It didn't even matter what level.
As long as you had the color requirement, you can play anything. Cock Breath, Shine of B, Heaven's Judgment, bro. Anything. Howling Crusher.
Bro, yeah, just any 7 Heavens, bro.
Like Heavens, the best option in this game, Heaven's Judgment. Love that card.
Busted ass card.
Apparently new Mother D Reaper support just leaked.
That's so funny.
In the morning without coffee.
That's so funny. All right, guys, this is the tier list here.
Yeah. Scroll up a little bit, TJ, on the tier list. So I think it's cutting off.
Yeah, I can't fit everything. I can't fit.
Well, just scroll up. We can cut out the waiting room.
Yeah, you just cut out the waiting room.
Okay, let me see what we got here.
Yeah, I think this was good. Oh, and again, so for all of you who skipped to the end of this here video just to see the final thing, the Grace Nova, that's the engine. That's the Galaxy engine right there in tier 1. The engine itself it's a tier 1 engine.
Yep, the Galaxy engine is tier 1. The deck itself is like playable. Reinforcing memory boost is SatCon. Magnamon is the blue base version.
That's the V base.
Yes, the V base, and the Patamon is the armored base. The bugs really should be and keep it at locals, but I'm gonna keep that thought to myself because I still need alts of bugs.
You mean waiting room?
Yeah, sure.
Wait.
Yeah, just give me the alts.
Hang on, false alert.
TJ,
false
my
alert.
God, bugs is
I just
so
remembered.
I'm not gonna let him try to keep it broke ass. Oh
Hang
no,
on.
bugs is fucking awesome.
Guys, we might need to make a correction. I just remembered. The top 3 decks are blue, so Leomon might have to go behind like Magnamon or something. So not that high on 1.5. Except for
why was it above Magnamon? What the hell?
Well, we said it was tied with Ragna.
Hello?
Because blue exists, so Leomon is usually weaker.
All right. I think we were just talking. And I just put it there as like.
New plan: competitive, unordered, except for Ogudamon in the last.
You know what?
Right, last
That's
four.
fair.
That way we don't have to move anything around.
That's fair.
They all
that's very fair.
That's what I'm saying. About whenever people look at our tier list videos, the 1.5 is what all the people who don't want to just play tier 1 is.
Yeah,
they're all
literally.
People who like their decks and just want to play the game.
Yeah,
that's what 1.5 is. So when you pull up at your locals, you're probably gonna see maybe this stuff below it.
Oh, also, I'm looking at 8 cost options right now. If it wasn't for Blue Star, these would be 7.
I know.
Like straight up.
We wouldn't have
100%.
They would be 7.
Anymore. Everything would be 7 if
that's what
except BL Star exists.
That's what I'm saying. Like fucking goddamn the giant missile would have been 7.
Giant missile, Lonky.
Everything would be
crazy.
7.
Everything
all
would be
7,
cards
dude. Would be 7 cost options.
They literally had to
BL Star
make
didn't exist.
8 cost options
Did you realize
because of
that's
that.
why they can't print it? They can't print them.
Trinity Burst, if that was a 7, you could play that in freaking Beelstar. Oh my god, that'd be it.
And that's going to do it for the tier list. If this video...
X, like above Dominion and stuff.
No, it's 11:13
if you don't like
at
it,
night.
you're wrong.
That's it for the tier list. And if this video gets 50 likes, we'll have an anime podcast. How about that?
Oh, I'd be down for that.
Yup. Also, quick question for this video that you can put in the comments. How do you guys think they should hit the Galaxy engine stuff? This being Unimon, the red... No, I don't... When I say hit, I mean, like, if they do hit it, right? Is, like, are they gonna, like, pair restrict again? Are they gonna errata? Like, I kind of...
Are they gonna just straight up ban and print new ones? Exactly. Or just straight limit one period?
Just errata, the red one, that it only can evo something into a Nightclaw or Lightfang.
All
right, let us know what you think in the comments. And
then, so we're curious about that.
Like, Tubbs.
Smash that comment.
Smash it, dude. Smash the shit out of it.
Smash that comment, guys. Yeah, do that.
You all have a great day.
Yes,
Thank you so much for watching. Take care.